I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. The Newburgh School Board has chosen JV boys basketball coach Matt Brown as the new NFA varsity coach, the latest development to come out of the class-cutting scandal that involved past NFA teams. Brown, an NFA grad, has coached on every level at Newberg, but his hire was not without controversy. Many in the community had lobbied hard for another candidate, Rashawn McLeod, a former NBA player who had promised to help in Newberg's revival.
Well, I feel as though, just looking at the history and the way that I was brought up in the game of basketball, I could have set a foundation that, with the help of the community, that would allow change. And with that change, we could have had some more young men, not just African Americans, but white, black, Latino, Korean, Asian, however you see it. If they have some talent and they can have an opportunity to better themselves, we want to be able to nurture that talent. And I felt like I could have done that here in Newburgh, and it didn't go that way.
School officials say he was passed over because he doesn't hold a current teaching certificate, making him ineligible under state education law. Others at the meeting were there to demonstrate their support for NFA assistant principal Kareem Bunce, who was suspended with pay in August for her alleged role in the class cutting by boys basketball players. Those speaking out want the school board to reinstate her, claiming Bunce was made a scapegoat by school district leaders.
Well, we're very unhappy about it because we know it's a great injustice. Ms. Bunce is one of our greatest administrators, especially as a person of color, and it's a loss that the Newburgh community cannot afford, so we're not tolerating it.
A war of words between Orange County Executive Ed Diana and County Sheriff Carl Du Bois is getting nasty, and it involves the county exec's decision to cut the sheriff's overtime budget by more than $1 million in next year's budget. Du Bois says that level of cut will jeopardize public safety as well as the county's ability to board federal immigration detainees, which he says brings in about $5.5 million a year. In response, Diana said, quote, "The sheriff continues to believe that the name of the Orange County Jail is called the Sheriff Carl E. Du Bois Jail, and that its revenue belongs to his office rather than to the citizens of our county," end quote. Well, today, Du Bois shot back, saying personal attacks are not a form of leadership and that he was shocked that questioning a budget item would result in such a personal tirade. Meantime, there were no surprises at last night's public hearing on the proposed Orange County budget. One by one, speakers voiced opposition to the proposal that would have the county defund their Valley View nursing home beginning next July while looking for a private operator. County Executive Ed Diana says the county taxpayer cost of running the facility has become too high. But speakers pushed for a restoration of funding and urged county legislators to think about the impact on Valley View staff and residents.
But please take a look at Valley View and see what it does for our residents, see what it does for our county, for the people. We need you. You are our legislators. We voted you to be here for us. Now, just as our families rely on us to take care of them, we want you to take care of us.
My message to the committee is to check your moral fabric these days, and please don't make decisions based simply on the dollars. Make decisions based on the value of our elderly, our senior citizens, those people who came before us and made this county what it is today.
The county's other hot issue got a little attention as well last night as a few sign-carrying residents want legislators to repair and not tear down the county government center.
We're trying to influence them because we believe that the Orange County Government Center is a very important building worth saving, and in this economy it would be just so wrong to demolish it, throw it in a pile, and try to build a new building for millions of dollars.
Last night's hearing was held at the county's Emergency Services Center, one of the places where county offices have been shifted to because of the indefinite closing of the government center building. Elsewhere, the search resumed in the Hudson River today for the body of a man who apparently jumped off the Kingston Rhinecliff Bridge Tuesday afternoon. Divers and rescue personnel responded to the scene after a 911 caller reported seeing a man leap from the highest point of the bridge, about 200 feet above the river. Police did recover a pickup truck registered to a 46-year-old Ulster County man that had been left on the bridge. A former treasurer for the town of Wallkill Volunteer Ambulance Corps will be in town court next Tuesday to answer charges that she stole more than $3,000 from the organization. 45-year-old Karen Paglia of Middletown was charged with third-degree grand larceny. State police say Paglia stole the money from the Corps' debit and credit accounts while she was treasurer from 2006 through 2009. She was released on $1,500 bail pending next week's court appearance. And you could call it a warm-up to Halloween night. Moms, dads, and grandparents brought their preschoolers to Hillhold Museum in Hamptonburg this morning for the annual Children's Halloween Party, sponsored by the Orange County Parks and Recreation Department. There was entertainment, a parade, and plenty of other non-scary fun. And each of the kids left with a bag of treats, which should hold them till they knock on your door Monday evening. You are not going to like the forecast for tomorrow. We're expecting a day of clouds and rain, and it'll be chilly, with the high temperatures only reaching the mid-40s. Friday will be a much nicer day with temperatures up around 50 degrees under a mostly sunny sky. Well, stay connected to what's happening locally and around the world here at Record Online, and for a complete roundup of all the day's events, pick up tomorrow's edition of the Times-Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.